Hello everybody, and today I'm going to show you all the secrets of the long-awaited 16th episode of Skibidi Toilet Multiverse. We will finally see the long-awaited character I've been talking about for several videos straight already. What kind of abilities does Drillwoman actually have? Who does this scary Skibidi Toilet resemble? And how did Cozy manage to get into this universe? Today I will answer all these questions for you guys. And we have found and analyzed all the hidden details and Easter eggs you could have missed while watching these episodes. Now make some tea, grab your snacks, and be sure to watch this video to the end, because it will be really interesting. Let's go! First of all, let's get a clearer understanding of the map where the events of this episode take place. Dom Studio didn't specify what kind of map it was in the description, but I'd like to state that we have definitely been shown the same city as it was in the first episode. You can tell by the looks of this building, inside of which multiple bags to get covered can be seen. The only weird thing is, that POV is coming out of the house that is actually supposed to be here. It wasn't here before though, so there are two possibilities. Either this is happening before the events of the first episode, or the Skibidi were able to construct a house within that time period. So what do you think? On that note, we're moving on to the next scene. In the first set of frames, we can see POV cameraman running away from something at night. And after he tried to take cover with some garbage, another agent falls from around the corner and something very scary and dangerous rides out after him. You just look at this monster. To be completely honest, he kinda reminds me of a Harry Potter's Voldemort and the clown named Art from the movie Terrifier combined together. And it looks like another robot Skibidi, you can tell it by his glowing eyes. While analyzing the leak for this episode, I assumed that this toilet would most likely turn out to be a robot, and so he did. After the monster has dealt with the first agent, it turns to POV with the apparent intention of slicing him up, but the cameraman turns around and runs out to the public square where a few more Alliance soldiers can be found. I don't understand what they were waiting for and why they haven't run away at this point, especially this one guy here. It seems to me like he's been there waiting for someone for ages to come after him. Based on the fact that this agent isn't even trying to shoot the monster, and another soldier with a huge rifle which is lying next to him is already dead, I can assume that the Alliance's weapons aren't really hurting him much the way they hurt the strong mutant from episode 15. POV runs into the building's archway with the inscription Nightmare on it, which may seem as a perfect representation of the current events we're observing right now. Skibidi throws the camera right at POV's head, causing him to fall to the ground. As he turns around, we see that the Skibidi monster has already dealt with everyone bothering him. Luckily, another squad shows up, but all its members face the same fate. They were simply dismantled for parts with a horrifying sound accompanying the scene. This got the main cameraman to save some time, though. Having finished the slicing up of the agents, the scary toilet leaps right at POV so we can get a better look at it. But thankfully, this is being interrupted by a nail shot to the Skibidi's head, which then turns red and explodes just a moment later. The shot was made by Drillwoman, and oh my god, look at that HOTTIE girl. I think she's simply majestic. Dom Studio did a great job on her design, so I have no words. She fired her gun from her right arm, although I don't see any holes the nail could have come out of. Probably the hole should be somewhere here, I don't know. She has 4 triple drills, which are attached to a backpack behind her, and a drill hook on her left arm she must be using to apparently attract herself to enemies or buildings with. With her triple drills, she resembles Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man series, that are capable of grabbing various objects and throwing them at Skibidi. She also has a big drill on her head that spins, and the purpose of it is unknown to me yet. Now let's take a close look at this Skibidi toilet. In addition to the scary head, he has a jetpack he is able to fly with. On the sides of it, we can see the rocket launchers filled with the extremely light-weighted missiles, which are probably not able to destroy even a simple car that Drillwoman covered herself with. She then threw this car directly to the Skibidi toilet, almost breaking his neck. Skibidi has metal plates on the toilet tank, which look like the ones Skibidi had with the stun gun from episode 13. But this toilet doesn't have them, just plates. Also, on the sides he has chassis he can drive on the floor with, and he also has armor plates on each of his sides, which we could see on Skibidi G-Man's body from the original Defuk series. In addition to all of this, on the sides you can see the large claws this monster uses to cut up his enemies, which was exactly that was happening just a minute earlier. But let's move on now. When the Skibidi Toilet starts accelerating right at Drillwoman's direction, she fires her triple drills right into the toilet's eyes, recurring the scene from episode 61 when the beautiful Speakerwoman used her speakers to charge a couple of knives into the eyes of the Skibidi Penguin Zoo. It looks like it's bleeding in color black. You just look at that! Although I don't think it's an actual blood after all, but something more of a machine oil, because those glowing eyes tell my guts that it's just a robot. And while the toilet is flailing around helplessly, unable to do anything, Drillwoman calmly walks up to it. And you guys look at that, as I can't help but draw your attention right to this backpack that her drill manipulators are attached to. And what were you expecting for me to say, folks? And as she walks towards the thing she's aiming to, showing off her devices, you can see that the Skibidi Toilet has an armored flush button, but that does not seem to be a problem for her. Drillwoman takes her triple drill, which is actually a double drill at this point, and starts destroying the defenses. Then pulls the flush button, destroying this scary monster. And the Skibidi's head flushed away along with the drills in his eyes. But I guess they were left at the bottom of the toilet, and someone will have to get them out of there now, which is just ew. After all, this POV cameraman shows off his trademark thumbs up, which would be a good motivation for you guys to also click on the like button under this video if you like what I'm doing. Drillwoman responds with a heart, and oh, I wish I was in his shoes so bad. I think we'd find something to do together, although, never mind, really. Everyone knows I'm a giga-chad, and that's why I ain't actually caring. Am I right, folks? And when this hottie girl displays her heart thing, her head drill starts spinning. It looks like this thing spins when the Drillwoman is feeling some kind of emotion or stuff. So this scene is finally being cut off by another Skibidi flying in on his jetpack. Just look at that Skibidi Trinity. We've seen them somewhere before, don't you think? In the 55th episode of the original series, a similar Skibidi already flew in with this strange and not particularly effective design. It has 3 heads, jetpack boosters on the sides, and a bunch of rocket launchers under the hull. It doesn't even look like a toilet, to be honest. Don't you guys agree? There's an armored shield behind the head of the guy in the center, which purpose is apparently to protect the back of these guys' heads, although I don't think that's going to help them much. Finally, the long-awaited Alliance reinforcements arrive, and the first shot from the huge plasma cannon is fired. The shell hits the center guy's head, so he gets stunned and his eyes turn red. It is likely that it is the head in the middle that is responsible for releasing these missiles, because I don't see any other reason for them not destroying this machine. But in any case, the agents shoot the side Skibidi, and they immediately shut down, unlike this one. But he can't take the second shot and goes straight to the Skibidi hell with a huge explosion. As the trio gets finished, we see a portal opening up, which looks a lot like the portal from Doctor Strange the movie, so I think that's another reference. And right out of that door comes a Skibidi mutant, but it looks like it's no ordinary mutant. He's got a huge black toilet, some kind of pink hat, and unusually long arms in which he's holding something while pressing a button and mumbling some stuff.
Bruh, this stupid device.
And he's the first character in the entire Skibidi universe that can speak normal words. We don't count TV men, though, because they say words backwards, and they're not really talkative, to be honest. And when the mutant turns to us, we see that it's cozy. Even he showed up in this universe, and I'm insanely happy about it. It looks like he got here by accident, and you can tell he's not evil like the rest of the Skibidi. I have a hunch that he's from another universe where Skibidi aren't bad at all, or where not all people who have been turned into toilets want to destroy everything around them. So maybe in the future we'll see more good Skibidi. I mean, that would be really cool. And thanks for watching my analysis, so be sure you are subscribed to my channel so you won't miss my new analytical videos. And that was me, Ice a Toilet. See ya!